Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Scarland here bringing you a new Wolcen video. Today we're going to be talking about resource and reagent management. Now, this wasn't my discovery. I actually got this from someone from my Twitch channel. They had a hypothesis and we tested it live on stream and it actually worked. So full credit to this goes to Distactive is his username. So full credit to that guy for having the hypothesis of managing your reagents. So I haven't put out a video discussing the reagents, but if you've been playing Wolcen long enough now, you should be familiar with the reagents. Specifically these two in particular. So the orb here basically resets all your magic affixes on an item, right? And you can use these on rare items, mostly. So you also have the legendary version of this, which you can roll on legendaries. Well, there's some mechanics in the game that are going to save you a lot of headaches and a lot of reagents. So for this video, I want you to realize that farming these legendary reagents is not a very easy task. One guaranteed way is to actually come into your prosperity vendor and you can increase your reagent rarity. So you would put one of these in here. Now, if you put the full stack in here, I would like to see the full stack be transferred because it is very expensive when it comes to prosperity and gold. But however, currently, as of filming this video on February 24th, 2020. I don't know when this video is getting published, so if you're watching this in the future, it might be fixed. But right now, if you put a full stack of these in here, it will take the whole stack, but you're only going to get one legendary back. So you want to make sure you're only putting one in here at a time when you're trying to upgrade these to legendary. Now, I'm here to tell you, you don't need to even do that, because you don't even need these legendary items, right? So we have a steel ring here, right? Now, normally, you would just use these orbs to re-roll the statistics. So we can sit here and re-roll this ring as many times as we want, burning through these very hard-to-come-by reagents. So you can sit here and re-roll this. And I actually did just roll 30% critical damage on this. Now, here's the kicker. We are going to be talking about the bonus affixes. So you'll see at the very bottom of the ring that I have equipped, it's the +2 element stacks, right? You can have these bonuses on your rings, your belt, your necklace, your weapon, and your offhand. So your main armor items, you can't get these bonuses on. Now, the big question is, well, how do we do that? So here's the workaround. So instead of wasting all of these legendary reagents re-rolling this item, you want to find a base ring that you want. So the base statistics of this rare ring in particular is 25% dodge chance, right? You're never going to lose that base statistic on this item. That will never change. So you want to make sure you're finding an item that you are wanting to work with. So for instance, the rings that I use already have base critical hit damage on them, but then I also rolled an additional +30 critical hit damage. So depending on the build, for instance, I'm going to be using this emerald ring in a dodge rogue class type build, so I do want to roll this in for instances of the video. Now here's the big kicker, guys. So to get those special affixes, you have to use Genesis stones, and you're going to need a lot of them depending on your RNG. So basically, you toss this bad boy in here, and now instead of using legendaries, because this is a rare item, you can use the easy to come by reagents. So, for instance, we got 14% force shield recharge from health globes. Now, of course, you're going to have to use another Genesis stone, which are not easy to come by either, but you're still not wasting legendary rerolls. So go ahead, reroll it again. We actually got the same thing, just less. Place another Genesis stone, reroll it again. We got 118 max willpower and rage. So that's not horrible, right? That you can work with. If you want more willpower and rage, maybe that's something you're into. Let's roll it again. We got 119 max willpower and rage. So basically, you can roll this as many times. Now, here we go. We got +1 element stacks. Now, ideally, you would want to try to re-roll this until you get those perfect stacks. So the 30% critical hit damage is huge, as well as the +2 elements. So we only got 1 element. We didn't get any crit damage. So we can continue to roll this. And now, for instance of the video, I'm not going to sit here and do it because it could take literally 2,000 rerolls. But we did get +2 element stacks, right? Or element stacks. Now, you're thinking to yourself, so how are we saving these reagents? Well, see, now that we re-rolled it using the normal reagents, you go into your Prosperity Manager here. Make sure you have it unlocked, and it's going to be increase the item rarity. So now you're going to be placing this ring in here, and you're going to upgrade this to an actual legendary ring, and you're going to get more bonuses on it. So go ahead, put that in there. It'll tell you how much it is. It's going to cost you 12,600 prosperity, and you want to go ahead and start this. It'll say in the corner where your status is. Earlier in the stream, I actually did this process. It saved all of these legendaries because now we're not re-rolling with these, and I actually made this on stream earlier today. It has 30% critical hit damage +2 element stacks, but unfortunately, I was just, testing the hypothesis on stream, so the base stats is 26 material resistance, which, really isn't good. You could get so much better. So the point of the video is that instead of sitting here and trying to re-roll this and wasting all of your legendary materials, you can literally just use the normal materials, guys, and once you're confident in getting the item you want, then you can literally upgrade it to legendary. Like I said, I'm going to play the clip here now of me getting this, and then I will, at the very end of the video, I'll pull this one out of there to show you what we just made. Alright guys, and when you have farmed enough productivity to make that item upgrade, simply go over to your project manager. Now that ring should be upgraded from rare to legendary, and if we go ahead and look at the statistics here, we can see that it did keep those statistics. It added statistics, but it did keep the base statistics that you rolled. So ultimately, you can save so many reagents from this method. So instead of using legendary reagents to reroll your items to the best possible scenario, now you can actually use the base reagents, reroll your rare items. Once you get the affixes that you want, mostly aiming for those two bottom ones, the 30% critical hit damage and the +2 element stacks. Once you do roll that on a rare item, then you have that opportunity to go ahead and upgrade it to a legendary item for even more affix value. Alright guys, and you just watched that clip. That happened on the live stream, so make sure you head over to the Twitch channel if you want some good old Wolcen content, helpful tricks. Make sure you join the Discord, make sure you're following the YouTube. I'll be putting a lot more content out for this game in particular. All the links will be down below in the description for all those socials. So yeah, you watched me do this in the video. I played the clip. So like I said, we did just make another one for the purposes of this video, so we'll go ahead and here's the end product. So we did get more affixes, but the main objective here is now you've taken a rare ring, re-rolled it so you didn't have to waste legendary reagents, and then turned that rare ring into a legendary ring, and you're going to notice that it still has the important affix. So it has that +2 element stacks, and that's huge. It's basically saving these indefinitely. You should actually never have to even use these, because you should be getting rare items. So for instance, my sword, I should get the rare item of this sword, re-roll it however many times I need to re-roll it with normal reagents, and then upgrade it to legendary once you're satisfied with what you've re-rolled on it. It's a better process. You're going to save, countless hours of time. So, and this could be done with every item. Now, you want to definitely make sure you're getting the important items first. Like I said, both your rings, your amulet, your belt, your weapon, your offhand can all have the special affixes on them. But like I said, even if you were after a breastplate, for instance, and you got the rare version of this sorcerer breastplate, you want to re-roll those as much as you can, get the perfect statistics on it, and then just upgrade it to legendary. So what happens if you get a drop that's legendary? So say my offhand dropped is legendary. Well, I mean, yeah, theoretically you could burn through hundreds of these, but these are not easy to get, is the point of this video. So this gives you another way on how to manage your reagents a lot better. Like I said, we just made this dodge chance ring, and we started with rare, re-rolled it a bunch. It doesn't have the ideal stats on it. I would have liked to actually get crit damage on this, but for purposes of the video, we summed it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to share the video with your friends. And if you want more Wolcen content, be sure to stop back. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.